So sine of A is opposite over hypotenuse. We all got adjacent hypotenuse. Opposite mastered, hopefully. If you don't, it'll screw you up pretty quick. So remember, I'll just go again. Adjacent means next to, but it's not the hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is always across from the 90. It's always the biggest. So this is adjacent to angle A. Opposite means across the street from. So 5 is the opposite of angle A. But once we go to angle C, it switches. Opposite is square root of 39. Adjacent is 5, but 8 is still the hypotenuse. Sine of angle A is opposite over hypotenuse. Cosine of A, adjacent over hypotenuse. Tangent of A is opposite over adjacent. So, what's wrong with this answer? Okay, so multiply by square root of 39, we should get 5 square root of 39 over 39. Or if you have a good calculator, it can do it for you. Not that much work though. Okay, we could do the same thing with C, angle C, like opposite over hypotenuse and all that. But what's the quick trick to do this? You guys remember?
Swap.
These two swap, yeah. And so 5 over 8 goes down here and square root of 39. When do we flip it upside down? Well, tangent flips upside down and cosecant flips sine upside down. Okay, what's this upside down? Well, this one over here, square root of 39 over 5. Of course, if you screw up the left side and you use that trick, the right side's going to be screwed up as well. So I guess you can check it. Sine of C, opposite over hypotenuse. Okay, anyways, yeah, so 3 is the 6 trig ratios.
And then for that one, is it forgot the other ones. CS.
Well, there won't be one. Remember that said there's not a mechanical? Did you not hear in chapel?
Yeah.
You said there was a mechanical.
Yeah, but then
Elena
was
said
like,
no. Yeah. I'm very unhappy.
I'm unhappy, but like I'm okay with it. It's not like we could have. Not like we could have originally. I mean, I would.
But then you would have gotten to watch everyone else get catapulted off.
I probably would ride it, but I wouldn't want to rip my flat pants.
You guys remember when we had the donkey basketball thing?
Yes. Pastor Joe broke his arm.
Oh yeah.
He cracked his,
Rip collar.
was it
Collarbone.
his collarbone?
Yeah, that's what.
Were you here?
No, but I heard someone talking
I
about
thought it
it.
was a rib.
They called it, they said clavicle.
Yeah, I was gonna say clavicle.
Your clavicle is your collarbone.
Yeah. Yeah, it's painful bone to break.
I think Cooper did that.
What? I don't know. That's kind of the gist.
I had one of the, what grade were you guys in?
I'm like
Really?
nice and slow, you know?
All I did was shake my
I think it was like 4 years ago.
I got to ride a
Yeah.
donkey. That's all I remember.
Yeah. Maybe 6. Because I remember there being like a
It's like in
fundraiser
slow
for it.
So you guys are soft,
I can't do that in slow motion.
5th or
And
6th
it's
grade?
like in the movies,
Do the head
or whatever.
Pull up my hair.
Yeah. And the tongue thing.
I think the
And
seniors
eyebrow
maybe were.
thing. Not the tongue thing, more than that.
No.
Come on, Sebastian, just do a combo. Just do test it.
You can do it.
It's too much.
That's 2 gifts.
You have a gift.
It would mean the world to us.
No.
I want to be the happiest little devil.
What did you say?
That's what you are in my phone. Just
Dead
a little,
boy.
little dead boy.
I don't like that.
That's a long name. Long
girl.
It was not.
What's your name for Xander?
I don't know.
Can't say it in public.
No, it's just weird. I've had it for like 4
What
years.
is it? What is it?
No.
Drake.
Oh wait, I know it.
What is it?
Leo, say
Leo,
it.
what is it?
I'm not saying
Say it,
Leo.
It's not bad.
It's not bad. It's weird.
It's
It's
Say
weird.
Say it, Trey.
Just say it.
Say my
You can, Sebastian.
You want me to say it?
Yeah.
Pretty sure it's butt nectar slushy.
It's been this for like 4 years. I just haven't changed.
He sent me his contact in his phone.
Sorry,
And I'm like, I need Xander's phone number. He sends me, and it says butt nectar slushy. I'm like, what the frick is this?
That's on video.
I thought you were
Yeah, it's also on video.
It's recording.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh
That's
Well, you guys,
Stop, that's on.
you guys remember last week when they wrote the first chapel, they were like, write a note for somebody?
Yeah.
And I asked the other class, do you guys write a note? And Xander's like, yeah. And who'd you give it to? It's Jared. I said, is it inappropriate?
Yeah.
Yeah. And Jared like gets up, pulls it out of his wallet and shows it to me. He's like, yeah, that's definitely inappropriate.
That is a ball.
I can't repeat it, but if you want to see it, you're gonna have to ask
I
Jared.
saw it before
You
you
can't
got
repeat it, it's that
I
bad.
pretty much just wrote
Well,
Utah on
it's
it and
inappropriate.
stuck it on Trey.
I can say it. I memorized it.
Say it.
No.
It's a video.
Right.
Even if there wasn't a video, I don't want it.
Write it out.
No, not right now.
Now.
Okay,
No, think of it.
you guys tell each other later. Okay, anyways, so on this one, we just want the one angle, but it's all 6. So it's sine, cosine, tangent. And, okay, so what's the opposite of sine? No,
Proceed.
cosecant. What's the opposite of cosine? What's the opposite of tangent? So if you can get these 3, remember these are like easy. But what do we need to do first, probably?
Find the last side.
5 squared plus 12 squared equals... So that goes right there. Okay, so sine of theta is opposite over hypotenuse. Cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. And tangent is opposite over adjacent. And then I guess the hard part maybe is remembering which of these goes with which of these. But how do I do cosecant?
Just flip it.
Flip it. I guess if there's a square root in there, it makes it a little trickier because you can't leave a square root on the denominator. But yeah, just flip it. Okay. Every time, number 4 freaks people out because they don't know how to do it.
You draw a shape. And
Okay, yeah. Use this info to help you draw the triangle yourself. Doesn't really matter exactly what the picture looks like. You just need an opposite adjacent hypotenuse. So, what does tangent of theta equals 17/9 tell us?
opposite.
Opposite is
17.
Opposite over adjacent. Opposite is 17. Adjacent is 9. Now, it doesn't really matter that my picture doesn't look right, because that's not the point. So, again, we still need to find the hypotenuse. Has anybody done it already?
Trying to, but it keeps turning my.
Square root. Yeah,
square root of
370. But I kept turning my fractions into decimals, so
special
let me
number.
change them back.
You guys warm? I'm kind of comfy actually.
No, it's not awful.
Well, you guys got hoodies on. Do you want it open or not?
Yes.
Yeah. It's overrated. Yeah.
We'll just point it away.
No.
Okay.
It's broken.
Oh, it is broken. Oh,
Yeah, it's smashed to the side.
What did you do, Sebastian?
I didn't do it.
I can't get
The
halfway.
way you said that made me think you did it.
Is that not?
I did not do
Trey.
it.
Trey's just sitting there watching this happen.
Trey, why don't you do
No,
it? Since you're taller than
I'm
me.
taller than you. I don't actually know what I'm doing right now.
Close it.
Well, I was just
What are
trying
you
to.
doing?
I don't know what I'm doing.
Holy frick, you're dumb.
He said,
I
hold
kinda scratched your eye.
on.
Come on, man. Yes. I got it, bro. I've never done that before.
You're getting blushed and red.
You're getting, like,
How do you not know how to use
It's
it?
because the blood's rushing on my feet. I mean,
Oh, guys. Today's not Trey's day.
You guys can open this one if you wanted
Just
to.
like that.
Is it open?
Apparently.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kind of.
You want it fully open,
The longest time I thought it was John Moran.
who is it?
It's a song, but
It's-
I thought
I
it
think
was
it's-
John Moran.
It's a
Uh,
quote from
Just-
Youngblood.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I thought it was.
Okay. Sine is
It's not daughter, so-
opposite over hypotenuse. So it's 17 over square root of 370. Not nice, right?
No.
But you just multiply by square root of 370, so it's just 17 square root of 370 over 370. Cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse, so it's 9 square root of 370 over 370.
I ain't dropping no eaves.
Okay, so if I go to cosecant, I just flip this upside down. The first one is the one we really need to flip. Secant flips that upside down.
Flip the second one we get it wrong.
No, but it would just need to be cleaned up. If you plugged it in your calculator, it would clean it up for you, but.
No, I'm laughing at my own joke. Okay.
Alright, are we good on that one? Number 5.
When you saw it at the bowling alley?
Like Natalie.
I heard bowling alley.
Sebastian has a week.
I heard bowling alley.
There was a bunch of phrases at the bowling alley. There was a lot of them.
Dude, they're always there in the summer.
Why?
For birthdays. They're so greedy
People
too.
pay them to go and walk around their kids.
No, it's furries' friends have birthdays and then they all dress up as furries.
What? Friends have
And they decide to celebrate it in the middle of summer.
I'd be terrified.
Every time they're there, I can't bowl normally. It's just creepy.
That's
Their body
okay.
powers, their
I'd be
body-
nervous if you could bowl one.
Nervous.
among his.
Even the
Okay.
workers.
Bridge others.
Okay.
Is that English? There was not a deep finish.
Jason is not September 38.
Do you want letters? Or do you
And
want
let's
letters?
just round to the 10th place.
Can you put the letters there?
Yeah.
Please.
Please,
Okay, you guys hopefully remember how to set these up. You start with the angle. You use a side that you're looking for, opposite in this case, and a side you know already. So adjacent. Which trig function uses opposite and adjacent? Tangent. Tan of 38 is equal to opposite over adjacent. If the variable's on top, you just multiply by 7 to solve for it. Whatever that comes out. What did that come out to?
Which one?
5.5.
Okay, on the C, that would be the hypotenuse, and we got the adjacent. What uses adjacent hypotenuse? Cosine. So it's cosine of 38 equals adjacent over hypotenuse. If the variable's on the bottom, it switches places with the cosine, with the tangent thing, or trigonometry thing. So anyway, it's just 7 divided by cosine 38. What'd that one come out to? Okay, 6 is different because you're starting with two sides instead of a side and an angle. So you could find the third side by using Pythagorean theorem instead of trig. But how do we find one of these angles right here?
Whatever.
Yeah, maybe it's your time to shine. Yeah, it is the inverse. So if like sine of an angle equals the ratio, then sine inverse of the ratio equals the angle. In this case, if I'm looking for x, let's say 4 and 5 are the opposite and adjacent, which is tangent. Tangent of angle x should equal the opposite over the adjacent. So now the variable is over here where the angle is. So to go backwards to find the angle, that's when tangent inverse comes in handy.
I got 38.6.
Okay, 38.6. Now, we could do, it's 0.7. We could do something similar to find angle y, but Libby's getting excited about it. Man.
I'm about to throw up.
I know, it's the closest thing to rivet she's done.
That was her.
That was new.
That was the rivet.
Okay, let's
What was
go
that?
on to
That wasn't a belch.
Okay,
Like a dog or a frog?
you could just do 90 minus this for this. You don't have to use trig again. So 90 minus 38.7 is 1.3, 51.3.
Just end there.
No way, we're
Nice.
using all our time. I want to make sure we got plenty of time tomorrow.
Nice even numbers.
You guys won't even be here for the end of it, so.
Oh yeah.
Is anybody in yeah, these two are in track. We gotta do the special triangles one,
Sorry, I
so.
look backwards.
That looks a little bit wrong. We're still going solve the triangle, but what's different about this triangle?
It's special.
Special. Let's get another special.
Leo. I was gonna say like track.
Yeah. Well, they do share a brain cell, so they're pretty similar.
We don't guys. We're all brains.
Leo must have the brain cell right now.
Yeah.
Tricky to figure out how to open the room.
Okay.
When you did tell us about Will's huge forehead, I said it twice.
You could, guys, and this is true on the ACT. If you forget The trig stuff, or the special triangle stuff, you could still use trig to figure it out. But it just takes longer. And like if you're taking the ACT, you only got like 1 minute per problem, so you want to be snappy. Anyways, so yeah, we're gonna talk about that on Monday. If you get to like, if you know you're not averaging a minute on a problem, you might skip a giant word problem or something and come back to it. Just do, some of them you can do really quick and they're easy, some of them are slow. Okay, how do we go from the hypotenuse to the short leg?
Square 2?
Square 3.
Square 3. Oh.
2.
Yes.
Oh,
wait, no,
It's
but
half
it's
of it.
1,
It's
2,
half.
yeah.
So you could say it's like 5 halves or 2.5, I'd be fine with that. Okay. Probably the book would put like 5/2, like a fraction form. Then how do you go from the short leg to the hypotenuse?
3.
Square root of 3.
3. I said 3. No, my tongue slipped. No, I said 3.
No, you
thought-
didn't.
Yes, you did. You said 3.
Abby said,
Okay, and technically, what's the missing angle right here?
30.
so the hypotenuse is 1.
So it's
It's 1 on bottom.
2,
2.
1.
1 slant and then.
That's usually how I draw it.
Big one. Yes.
Might help you to remember that the longest side is twice as big as the shortest side. And the square root of 3 is down.
Okay, so much more sense.
Huh?
What?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. No, I'm just kidding. How about this one?
Divide by square root of 2.
Divide by square root of 2.
Where'd you get? Oh, yeah.
Oh, right.
Not right now.
Yeah.
Do it.
That's square root of 2.
Do it.
Equals.
5 square root of 2.
Okay, if this is 5 square root of 2,
No!
this one's 5 square root of 2. Shh. I should have wrote that down. Should have written that in blue.
I wouldn't admit to that.
I want to move back to my side of the room.
What are the things that was like 1 and
45s are 1, 1, and square root of 2.
Yes.
So the legs are twins, and the hypotenuse is square root of 2 times bigger. So if you want to go from the hypotenuse down to the leg, you have to divide by square root of 2. Which is what's happening right here.
You look like the cat from Denver's New Food. It's not my voice.
My favorite line whenever she's a cat is she just does a maniacal laugh. Ah, ha, 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 ha. Amy. Favorite part. Amy.
I love that movie.
I haven't seen that in like 30 years when it came out.
Wait, it's 30 years old.
Feels like it's like 20 something.
20 maybe.
It's probably pretty close to 30. I bet it's like 28 or 7 or something.
My spinach puffs.
I was probably a teenager.
Never liked your spinach puffs.
I'm gonna turn them into a and then put them in the box. And then put the box in myself. Smash it what? Smash it with a hammer.
Didn't know it. I didn't realize that was a liked movie.
It's a loved movie. It's too short.
Sorry.
No. We should watch all the trailer.
Trey, have you seen it?
Yes.
That's actually surprising.
Okay,
I'm
I
proud
haven't
of
seen
you.
it, but I know what it's about.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
Brewers New Group.
No.
My mom was.
If we can figure out
Oh,
how to
Brewers New
we
Group.
can figure out how to work with hotel TV.
Yeah, literally.
Somebody
Never
brings
seen
me to
With
the
the talking
The
dog.
only thing
Yeah.
I do ever
With the
watch
talking
is
dog and the girl on
Lashes.
eyelashes. Huh?
Literally. It's the only thing on.
It's about a talking mom.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
And the girl with really long eyelashes.
Oh,
looks
yeah,
like
yeah,
my
yeah.
sister. Yeah.
That's a good He's mine.
Yeah, how does Trey know it? But yet Leo doesn't.
Mr. Bill's
This
Leo has no
is
idea.
beyond science.
From every movie conversation.
Whose fault is that?
It's like you watch like half of it, like the end of it. Yeah, I know.
Trey gets bored and then just like
Some people
starts
can't
doing
sit through
something.
Ava hates when I ask questions. Because she asks,
Okay,
she's
everyone
like,
hates that.
she's like, what
the movie.
Literally, and she looks it up. I have to take her phone from her.
What's wrong with you?
I give it to her phone.
Don't watch shark movies with it.
Stop. We're not telling her story.
We are telling this
Are you serious?
What?
Are you serious?
I did not.
This is not funny.
For YouTube personal preferences, not for
You can find
okay, she didn't have her pants for the whole time we were watching. Stop. It's like, I'm gonna. We were watching 40-something years down. That would be scary. She was gonna get eaten. She was literally begging me to turn it off. Turn it off. Turn it off. Turn it off.
Okay, so try and draw a picture that goes with number 9. And see if you can solve it.
To the top of the mountain. Trees.
So angle of elevation would be the angle you look up
Oh.
at.
Okay. I got it.
I'm scary, Sam.
It was.
It is. It's not.
Little one?
What do we have?
Yeah, apparently it is, yeah.
She must have had a Dr. Pepper.
She had Dr. Pepper.
Probably, I'm not talking.
Okay, did you guys get this picture?
I think so.
Yep.
Yeah.
So what are we looking for?
Mine did not exactly
height.
look like
That. I don't know.
It's close enough.
So how are we gonna set it up?
Tangent 12 equals x over 2,500.
By the way, you can use this trick in real life. It's not just a math thing. You would need probably and they do make instruments for these. Like I helped an engineer do this once actually. You need an instrument to help you measure like how far up you are,
Wow.
like this angle.
That's pretty cool, Mr. Jordan.
That's like 6.
7, actually.
Wow, you found
Thanks for making me nervous.
You're just
Is that
embarrassed.
what causes it?
If you need to go to the bathroom, just ask.
We need to go to the bathroom just ask. It's fine. That is so not.